have consideration. I better not do this or change this exercise or something. Just doing exactly what I wanted. And I think around that age, 30, 31. But I'm a bit removed from it because that's a competitive physique.
Mm-hmm.
My physique that I had in my first competition when I was 23 years old, novice competition, take that for every day walking around.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
I've seen that picture.
yeah. That's like a physique that everyone would like.
Yeah.
You know, girls liked it, guys would like to look. That wasn't too big, you know. Um, so yeah, that's all that building and all that was. It's a sport and it's a challenge, and but it wasn't for my like. I don't really feel good walking around at fucking 21, 22 stone, man. It's a project,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
It's not like good for everyday use.
Clothes do not fit well.
Nah, clothes don't fit well. You're powerful as a beast in the gym and you can lift the whole gym, but walking down the street is tough, you know,
Yeah.
stuff like that. So it's not practical. It was just, you know, like Eddie Hall trying to be the strongest man in the world and deadlift over 1,000 pounds. There's blood coming out of his nose and he's
Yeah.
like well
Like,
overweight
you
and
gotta eat
everything.
like 10,000 calories a day.
You're not doing it for your health. It's a sport.
Yeah.
Yeah, I train and use what I learned from that sport and combine it with other things for my health. So there's a lot of stuff that I learned from bodybuilding that is healthy, but no sport is really healthy at the extreme.
Mm.
You know, getting punched in the head, kicked in the head, it's not good for you. It's not really
Yeah,
healthy.
especially if you want to be the
It's
best.
competition.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. So it's kind of like I got separate views on it. I really like my early physiques because it's more aesthetic and everything like that. I probably could still get some trousers to fit me sometimes and so on. So everyday use, yeah, that was like I think 15 and a half stone
Mm.
ripped then. So that was good for everyday use.
I wanted to ask you as well, what was did you open a gym here? It was the DY gym.
Yeah, it was now M13 gym.
What was the story with that?
Painful story, mate. It's called the Marbella story. It's called everyone has their Marbella story when they first come here and they get involved in some business and it turns out to be a nightmare. So that was mine, and I don't want to go a long story, but short story is I got out of it quick, got my name off it, and somebody else now has the gym, but I mean I got all the equipment in there from the States, so it's all hardcore old American equipment, hammer, flex, nautilus, and everything. So I helped get all that in there, and I am there. So no, it's not my gym, but I am there. People come and meet me there and train me and everything. It's the gym belongs to a friend.
Any any lessons to share or advice to give people who are thinking about setting up businesses in different countries with a partner?
Well, in Spain, you don't need a partner. You can set up a business here, but I wouldn't say Spain's a very business-friendly country because it seems like they love their red tape here. They take ages to do everything,
Yeah.
and they try to like tax you before you've even started. You
Yeah.
know, everyone's coming around the fire department. This, you know, permits, permits, permits. And in England, like, let's say if you want to open a gym, you probably speak to the guy and say, "Look, got to paint the walls. I've got to put bathrooms in. And all. Give me a few months, you know, grace to get the place going." And you usually get it here. You don't. You got to pay from day one. So my business, my main business in Romania, that's where DY Nutrition is based, the offices and the factory and everything. So I don't do business here. I just choose to live here. A place to live, it's amazing, but I wouldn't do a business here personally.
Fuck, I think it'd drive me insane. The work ethic of Spanish people, I'm not saying every Spanish person, but from what I have experienced, they're a little bit too laid back.
Well, you know, we're in Spain, but this is Costa del Sol.
Yeah.
So this is South Spain. So the people in Madrid or the people in north of Spain would look on these guys and say, a bunch of lazy bastard, no good, don't do anything down there.
Yeah.
It's a tourist place. So it's kind of, that's the vibe, you know, like same as Italy. North Italy's all business and the South's like more laid back. So it's like that. But to live, it's great. It's just a bit, you know, you're coming from England where the systems and the government and all, it's quite efficient. In contrast, here everything takes long and it doesn't seem to make sense or be very efficient. But I'll just take that, and you know, if that's the only negative, then no problem.
Yeah. I mean, I'm debating whether to get a place here or Ibiza. I like
the
them
same
both.
thing, mate. It's just Spain. I mean, as far as the government goes and everything, just I think I have a friend in Ibiza and they said the prices there for what it is, it's a bit
going
crazy.
up a lot,
Yeah.
especially for. I was actually looking at property to buy there, and what you can get much more for your money here in comparison to Ibiza.
Plus,
And
Ibiza in the winter, I don't think it's that great. You know,
no, it's dead.
Yeah, it's dead in the winter and full of, you know,
Hippies,
full of people off their heads on this in the summer.
Yeah, but yeah, Marbella's a class. Apart from, I don't know if they had a problem with crime being on the increase recently. I don't know if you experienced that.
There was always a bit of crime here because there's money, and I mean, every criminal group from Europe is basically a hub here in Marbella. But usually, you know, they keep themselves to themselves, right? But there's been a few shootings round about recently, so there's publicity about that. But I'm sure there's much more crime in Birmingham than there is here. So in contrast, yeah, it's not really an crime that bothers the average person here. There's just sometimes some break-ins in the high end, just some very wealthy houses here and stuff. So obviously they might be a target, but I think compared to the UK, crime levels much less here. Yeah,
London's fucked. Yeah. What's your plans moving forward next couple of years? Focus on the new nutritional line.
New nutritional line, yeah. As far as business goes, and you know, continue working on that. And I'm hoping and like looking forward in a few more years. I'm a bit less on the promotional track and the bodybuilding expos and stuff like that. I've been doing it for so long.
They're tiring.